how do you describe Horiba?
It's a basically analytical engineering company. And today, in automotive emissions situation, we are the number one in the world. I think we made close to 50 acquisitions in the last 70 years.
Excellent. Horiba is today a 2 billion giant.
Yeah, around $0.5 billion.
Get ready for insightful conversations, bold strategies, and a glimpse into the future of Viksit Bharat. From critical innovations in products to sustainable solutions. Together, we hope to uncover some hidden gems, propelling the growth of different sectors in an interview series from Invest India, where we dive into the minds of the CEOs who have shaped our industries and continue to contribute to New India's growth story.
Nice to know that you are in India for 18 years now.
18 years now. So we wanted to become a big center here, manufacture it here, sell it here, maybe take it outside everything.
Very nice. Congratulations on that, and thanks for being part of the Make in India journey.
Join us as we speak with the visionaries behind the companies that are not only driving growth but also transforming lives across the nation. Tune in and be part of the progress and change.
Hello, and welcome to this series of fireside chats with Invest India. We are bringing you one-on-one conversation with leaders in the industry, people who have made a mark and who are also contributing to India's journey towards Viksit Bharat. Today we have with us Rajeev, who is the President of Horiba India. Horiba is a global leader in the inspection space, in the measurement space, in multiple industries, automotive, semiconductor, healthcare space. Japanese-based company with 70 years. They have also been in India for 18 years. Today, let's go and have the chat with Rajeev to understand his own words of what Horiba brings to India and our journey towards Viksit Bharat. Rajeev, I'm going to start with a few simple questions, and then we'll dig a little bit more deeper into Horiba. Rajeev, how do you describe Horiba? What does Horiba do?
Honestly speaking, it's always very difficult to describe Horiba, but still we try to do. Horiba is a company name which is started by Mr. Horiba, and that's where the name Horiba came. That's the first one. It's a basically analytical engineering company, and based on application, it goes into the various fields. Like we started 70 years before, we started like a simple pH meter, but later on we came to emissions equipments. And today, in automotive emissions situation, we are the number one in the world. So that was our basically first industry. Later on, by the acquisitions, I think we made close to 50 acquisitions in last 70 years. So we came into, like, for example, we took over one company in the semiconductor space. So by application, we came into semiconductor. We took over one company in 1996, the ABX in France, south of France, Montpellier. We get into medical facility. Then we get into scientific, like Jovan One, we take in 1995. So a lot of acquisitions. So ultimately, we keep on growing in various things, but it still will remain as basically a analytical tools, equipment manufacturers, and measurement company.
Excellent. Horiba is today a 2 billion giant.
Yeah, around $2.4 billion.
Yeah, it's a 2.4 billion giant in the measurement, analytical tools, inspection equipments.
Yeah.
And you span across different industries now, automotive, energy, healthcare, and of course the semiconductors. In the semiconductor space, Horiba is one level below the tool and equipment manufacturers, and you got some very unique products, unique capabilities you bring into the tooling industry. Can you talk about that?
See, that's why I said it. We took over one company called Stack, which is in Kyoto only, close to 85 or 86 or something. and they were manufacturing a mass flow controllers. Okay, so you know that in any fab manufacturing, various gases, different type of gases. So you have to control the flow of the gases when you are the manufacturer. So we make all those mass flow controllers. We check the gases. We are number one in the world as far as mass flow controllers is concerned. So we are not exactly into semiconductor. I will say we are in an ecosystem of the semiconductor. Not only mass flow controllers, we also have some other equipments like Raman, process, the particle size analyzers, which helps in the ecosystem of the fab manufacturing. But mainly 90% is still the mass flow controllers company.
40% of your revenues is really for the semiconductors. So if you look at
Last year, more than that.
Okay, so it's a growing field.
Yeah.
So if you look at the mass flow controllers, allow us to dig deep into that.
Yeah.
What are the technological advancements happening in the mass flow controllers? What is unique that Horiba brings to the table?
So there are various kind of, we started with simple mass controllers and then it keep on evolving as the industry is also looking into that, whether it is a process. Now, also the mass flow controllers are two types, which use in a semiconductor and which is used in non-semiconductor. There are many applications from any machine or any things where you wanted to control the things, even in a semiconductor, we make those mass flow controllers. So there are a different type of mass flow controllers we make. A semiconductor make, non-semiconductor make, all the process situations and everything. And that's how we control basically the flows everywhere.
Interesting. So I'm guessing it is similar to the fuel injection system of a vehicle. It controls with precision what goes inside the semiconductor equipment manufacturing.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is unique in that technology? What is unique with Horiba? And how do you manage to get that 70% market share globally?
One that's is, as you rightly said, the precision manufacturing. We're known by the precision, and of course we are Japanese DNA, so that comes from DNA as well. But still, the Horiba DNA is the quality, the precision equipment. That's why we don't have too many manufacturing on MFC. I think we have started a small manufacturing in Pune, which is a non-semi use. Otherwise, mostly coming from Japan. And we have a specialized on that. We have little patents on that. So that's how is our technology and that's how our specialization, especially the precision, 99.9% the precision on basis of whatever we comment on that.
What is unique in the technology?
Unique in the technology, I will say it's very difficult to say from a semi or non-semi perspective, but still I will say that is like you say, the fuel injections. Basically, we never knew that known to say any particular technology, but that accept the precision and whatever we still keep hold that secrecy with us, that what we do with that. So let it remain on that.
Nice to know that you are in India for 18 years now.
18 years now, yeah. We become adult very recently on this last 7th September.
Very nice. Congratulations on that, and thanks for being part of the Make in India journey.
Yes.
If you were to look at the ecosystem that gets built around that, and when you look for partners, when you enter countries like India, what do you look for from those partners? How do you do tie-ups with organizations? What are your evaluation criteria for those partnerships?
Especially since 5 or 6 years back, we were the arm from a Japanese companies, and basically we are doing the trading business. Okay. Last 6 years or so, we started mainly the manufacturing. Honestly speaking, when government started Make in India situation. So Make in India situation, yes, we will start losing some business as a import company. So we thought let's do. But that's not the only point. The point is the specifications. Okay, we are close to 5 to 6% of Horiba Global. So whenever Horiba Global do the development of this thing, they don't keep that much Indian specification into the account. It's mainly Japanese or US or European, everything. So sometimes we get product which is over specification. When it is over specification, we lose the price advantage to the competition or the local players. Okay. So we thought it's a good idea, make in India. Second is the specification, which is sourced to Indian industry, Indian customers. And third, of course, we can make some labor cost, other things, all this. So these three things are driving the Horiba India now. And till 2023, 40% of we used to manufactured here or locally sourced or localized. But we wanted to 2028, we wanted the next 4 years, we wanted to make it reverse. 60% we manufacture in India and 40% we still import. We don't want to do unnecessarily some specialized, we'll keep it as a one manufacturing somewhere, we will not bring it here. But at least 60% will manufacturing. Semiconductor is one, lot of medical products is come, process environmental situation is come. In automotive, we are making now chassis dynos, which is India make. So especially, first we are thinking of India and the neighboring market. Bangladesh, Horiba India do, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka we do. And later on we start thinking on maybe those products to get to Africa or something like this. We were definitely not thinking right now Japan and Europe and US, because already Horiba is there. There is no point in duplication of the work. But that's how we wanted to become more of a manufacturer than a trader in the next 3 to 4 years over time.
And what do you look for partners in India, tooling equipment guys, to partner with them? What do you?
Yeah, tooling ultimately was the parts for controllers, what will make. Ultimately, it will go for the tooling industry. So all the tool makers whose server is coming right now, is not many tool makers here. But we understand from ISM and other things that a lot of tool makers are coming. Maybe they're looking for the PLI. It's not for the tool maker right now. It's only for the chip manufacturing. So they have to little bit tweak to attract tool makers here. And when the tool maker here, ultimately they will not go anywhere. They will buy the MFC here. So we'll put all MFCs here. This is from semiconductor perspective. From other perspective as well, our partners, our manufacturing vendors and everything, okay, we look for first quality. Okay, we are okay to market the product which is 10% higher than the competition because of our quality. So we will never compromise the quality. We have all the vendor specifications. It's a very, very strict selection of the vendors while manufacturing other things. And same thing is will remain for our semiconductor mass flow controllers.
Very interesting. I want to go back to the technology piece that we talked about. Horiba has been the unique player with thermal as the technology behind MFCs. Can you talk me through that?
Again, I said in that case, a little bit of a patent situation, secrecy situation, so I may not be able to explain the fully. But still, I will say that whatever the quality is the issue there, because 99% precision instruments. So we took over one company in China as well. So we wanted to make it, which is a China situation we want to do in India. Ultimately, it will remain still based on the precisions of 99.9%, that technology what we have. We don't have any name for that technology, but it is on our own secrecy. And that's how we have the market leaders in the world.
Can you explain it in a little bit more basics for common people to understand? So the semiconductor, the manufacturing equipments are chambers in which you control the pressure, the temperature, the gases that go in, so that at an atomic layer deposition of the semiconductor or non-conductor materials are not the material that go into different layers of the chip. What do you really control with mass flow controllers in that? Can you give us a sense and scale of how many of the mass flow controllers go inside one of these chambers? When people are looking at setting up these fabrication units, how do you look at covering the whole spectrum of that from a manufacturing to inspection? Where all does Horiba play a part in that chain?
So one is the tool, basically all these tools. We are part of the our mass flow controllers, the part of the tools, okay, and little bit of other equipment also from a particle side and analyzing perspective. But mostly it is flow of the gases.
Okay. Rajeev, so tell us about the uniqueness of Horiba's technology.
See, As from the mass flow controllers perspective, there are two types of mass flow controllers, which are technologies based on either thermal or the pressure. And that's how all our mass flow controllers are based on thermal, and that's how our technology, and that's a unique technology versus the competitions.
Excellent. Can you give us a feel of in the overall chain of manufacturing inside a fab? There are different chambers in which different stages of the manufacturing happens.
Yeah.
What does Horiba do in that whole process chain? Where does Horiba add value?
Yeah, like each chamber, it is the deposition of the various gases on the various levels and all. So to control that, each chamber requires a type of a mass flow controllers for the various gases and everything. And that there can be hundreds of chambers in one situation, one maybe in series. So like that, around 200 MFCs in each chamber. So there's a huge number of mass flow controllers you need for the different gases. And it depends on, again, which gas is coming from which side and what's the flow of each gas is different, because the composition in a fab on a chip is different. All the gases composition is different. So that's a very, very precision based.
And how does that impact the yield that comes out of the fab?
Absolutely. So if anything goes, even for 0.1% go here and there, that whole chip is gone. And not only chip, each of the lot, it requires $1 billion. So even if something goes here, that $1 billion will be wiped out within seconds in a chip manufacturing. It's a huge requirement of a precision. Otherwise, say for example, electricity even go for 0.1% as the process stops, $1 billion has gone. That's why these companies, when they will come for here, they look for the infrastructure from the electricity, from the water, from a soaking of the soil, other things, everything. So very, very important, not even 0.1% deviation, otherwise $1 billion lot will go. And that's why this Horiba is so important for any chip manufacturing or ecosystem perspective, from their precision perspective.
Excellent. Very good. Rajeev, I want to ask you the next level of question, that when we look at the ecosystem getting built, there's always a question of you want the tool and equipment manufacturers to come in. There is also an expectation of a service that, the companies set up their service environment, service setups within the country. What is Horiba's current ability to support all the tool manufacturers and equipment guys?
We are in this country from a mass flow controllers from a various, basically from non-semi perspective. Semi is gearing up now, non-semi perspective, but service requirement for semi and non-semi, all mass flow controllers is the same. 6 years back or 5 years back, whenever there has to be something service requirement, we have to send back to Japan, because that's the only situation. And it was customs and other things. It was taking 3 months time, and then there was so much difficult situation for it. So in Pune, we have our Chakan factory. There we started our own service center for mass flow controller. It was done, I think, 4 years back. So we need not to send anything back here. Whatever the service need is there, or small need is there, or whatever it is being now done at our Pune factory. It's not it's still automotive structure for us, but the one portion of it we have given it to for the mass flow controllers servicing perspective. If we start a new manufacturing somewhere, maybe we'll make it a more bigger service situation, and that's the difference between us and many other competitors for mass flow controllers.
Excellent. Very good to hear that. And hopefully, you're going to help build the ecosystem as one of the key players with that.
We are ready. We are just waiting for the market to be there. We wanted to have a return of investment, whatever they see. If it is there, we are ready. Horiba is ready to invest if there is a return of investment.
Excellent. We have 2 fabs currently announced in the country.
Yeah.
And of course, they're tied up with technology players, Micron, TSMC, etc. What role does Horiba play within those environments?
See, example, PCMs, they are our own customers. Yes, right now there must be the tool manufacturers maybe in China or somewhere else. But we will be there with them because we already are customers in Taiwan and other things. So we have a Horiba Taiwan and all the master controller situations go there. When they come here, instead of going to Taiwan, maybe we'll serve them from here. And with if any other to the Tokyo Electronics, all these things, every customer, we can say 99% customers who use for thermal master controller. And if they come to India, instead of getting it to Japan or get to Taiwan or get to the US, I think we will serve them from here.
Very nice. That's part of our Atmanirbhar story for India.
No, for them also it is easier. We talk to these applied materials or Lam research and everything. They always say, we would prefer you in India. We don't want to deal with the US. So if you are a Horiba in India, why don't we deal with India? So basically, honestly speaking, they are forcing us to serve it here, not in the US or anywhere else.
Very nice. I'm going to shift gears and ask about Horiba's global journey. Of course, headquartered in Japan, 17 years in the business now. How is Horiba expanding globally? Where does India come within that?
Of 70 years, it has been based on the biggest market was automotive or max other things. Later on, 30 years, it has been semiconductor, big countries and everything. But what is happening? The Europe, US and Japan, their growth rates of the business is not that high, maybe 2 to 3%. Then we started our business in China last 20 years, and China is one of the fastest growing market. Then the India. So we were late in being in China, so they started in India 2006, I think 18 years back. Now we are getting it. China, India, and Latin America today, they are the three biggest growth markets, I will say. Still may not be by volume wise. From the growth perspective, they are three biggest market for Horiba in going decade, maybe next 10 years or 20 years. And that's why we are there investing. Already there are three investment of Horiba in India. We have a factory in Haridwar for the medical. We have a Chakan size facility for automotive. And we have a biggest facility in Nagpur, which we just inaugurated 2 months back. So these are all investment to make the manufacture it here, sell it here, maybe take it outside and everything. So we want it to become a big center here in India, China, because they are basically the growth center for the next 2 decades as far as this world economy is concerned.
One question on R&D. How do you look at India as part of the global Horiba landscape? You're part of you're a corporate officer, part of the team that drives strategy globally. How do you see India contributing to R&D within Horiba?
Very good question. We did not, honestly speaking, we did not thought it till 2 years back. So we also have a phases. We wanted to set it up. Then we came to manufacturing. Third step is our R&D. Our CEO always says, Rajeev, you will not be successful in the country if you don't do the research and development there. Since last year, we are focusing it here. We started in Pune and Nagpur, our medical and automotive. And 6% of our investment budget, we have investing into the research and development. We are not doing a great research. We are still doing the very, very baby steps here. But yes, in 3 to 5 years, we wanted to develop product which this country needs. We don't want to we are not thinking of a global R&D here. But what's the need of a India market or something like this? So we are ready, we are investing into that. We are hiring the people in medical. We already 10 people team in R&D. We are thinking of, so we are going in that direction. Honestly, will take time, okay? But it will be still India and neighboring country based research and development here, manufacturing here, trading here. And maybe still we can take some technologies, our basic technology, we can still bring it here, but we can make it modify as far as our development is concerned.
You have tie-up with IISc and...
Yeah, we have a labs basically it's not a, honestly speaking, it's not a research and development. We can extend it further. But right now we have our own lab. So first we started that those students use our instruments, do some experimentation, do some application. Basically it is more of an application. Suppose there is one particle which is not available in other country but is you require for Raman spectrophotometer in India. So you need application for that. You need a spectra for that. So those spectra as other things being developed. So it's more of an application-based situation. It's still not research and development. But we are talking to few of the professors and everything. They are ready to come with us. Maybe they can help us, and we are trying to create the advisory board for the research and development. Maybe from there we'll start. Right now, they're more of application sectors, both IIT Delhi and ISC Bangalore.
Okay, thank you, Rajeev. Rajeev, can you also give us, other than the mass flow controllers, the range of other products that Horiba brings to the market? What are your other products?
Basically, we again the particle characterization, like we have a PSA particle characterization, we have a Raman, we have other process controllers. So there are other things. Maybe if you ask me, 20% is this and 80% is still the mass flow controller. So just exactly not, but it's a little bit of few other things on the ecosystem, especially the controllers, pressure controllers, other things.
Okay, so thank you, Rajeev, for being our guest today. It was really a pleasure to understand Horiba, its history, its investments in India, and wish you all good luck in your growth journey. Thank you for being a guest in our show today.
That's my pleasure. It's a Horiba pleasure. So that we always call Omashiro Okashiko join fun. So it's always meet the people, working with the people. That's our culture. And hopefully with Invest India and ourselves and the Horiba will work together and we'll go.